Hey guys, I just played a handicap game that I thought had some interesting points to look at. So let's take a look. I'm white, 6 stones against a 7Q, and most of you know I basically sandbag, but I always give the game to black. I don't do anything interesting or special, just like it's even up game. So it should be an easy game for black. Okay, I like the move for black, working well with all the other stones. Then a funny move. I decided to just push and cut, that I should be able to make something positive here. Okay, I see 2 centes, so I take them. And then I have to decide if that cutting stone of his at A, if it can run out. I decide it can't. My confidence level was high. I didn't read out all the things, but it's like, that looks pretty hard. Okay, so next spot. Alrighty. And then another funny move. I had planned on playing B to make good position in area 1 so I can start doing things. But I thought my 2 stones would get in trouble. My 2 C stones. I want them to have some sort of substance. I have plans of coming in at D, and anyway, I just decided to come across the top. This seemed to be a stronger way of doing it. Another funny move. So just push and cut. And you see white shapes getting really nice here. Now that's assuming I do well in the ko. Also, if I do well in the ko, black shape is horrible. And I have every plan on coming in a day later and killing the whole thing. He takes. And I figure if he starts something, I always have the ko. And you'll see he wins the ko, but it's not particularly valuable. And you'll see that in a minute. He plays the Joseki that I always feel bad about, but I know it's fine. I went ahead and played regular here. I did consider going the other way. Now he's got a double Atari coming up, so he fixes, and then he takes the corner. I like that I'm virtually alive in his area, but I don't like that I'm having no effect on his A group. His A group is so strong. And now I can't do anything in the B area because he's still strong there. So I just went regular. And I just want to make sure he's going to play that move. If I play this white move later, he might decide, if something big's going on top, he might decide to just give it up and he gets sent it. So I want him to commit now. And I thought there's no reason to come. I'm not going to use the Aji here. And I know that because there's no groups to attack here. It's only trying to live in his area in Gote. That's painful and small. And so I thought here I far prefer using the Aji this way. In other words, this is now my Sente. And I'm entering into his area. I'm defending my group and, getting all the right side to develop that. And so it's kind of like the plan. Or what I see, it's the picture it's painting. And he just takes care of it. There's no need to do that. My move was not Sente. Also, later I get this as a co-thread, and this is actually helpful for doing things on top. There's no reason he shouldn't just capture this way. It's much stronger and more straightforward. And that's when I realize, if he just plays something like this, he's getting a lot on the left. So I thought, okay, why don't I be the one to get a lot on the left? And he comes in. I thought this was an excellent move. Now, you remember his original move at A? Interesting. He's trying something. Then he had an interesting move. Where was it? Up here somewhere. Let's go find it. Where was the other funny? Oh, up here. This move. It's interesting, and he's trying things. This is a great way to create your own game and to learn things, is by playing something unusual. You kind of see a picture of what happens if I go here. Was it good? Was it bad? Why? So I like what he's doing. I take that. We talked about that. He comes in. And I'm doing a lot of thinking here about, I really want to, for instance, play at B and start a whole thing there. But now he can move his C stone and I'll die in the corner or something. I'm getting weak. So a quick readout shows that I can kill. Now, his readout wasn't as good as mine. So he thought, see that corner dying? I have a good chance against the corner. That's true. And it worried me, but the reading is not a hard read. Okay. This move, check it out. My A group is now totally solid, alive, everything, which means my B stone is totally alive and everything. So, what's the purpose of the touch? If I go along with him, which is the cue knee-jerk reaction, right? Oh, a kick, I'm supposed to stand. But look how incredibly narrow, I'm just way, way over concentrated, and black gets something good. So I just let him have the stone. And I play this spot specifically because now A is basically alive if I have that other stone as a backup. And I thought that it's an interesting spot, kind of like one of those moves he was making. Well, this is interesting. I like it. It does stuff. Okay, he starts the ko. I thought he did some smart moves in this game. All right. I do my little ko threat. Can't fight that one. And now I have no ko threats that make any sense. So I come around the top, threaten the corner, and save the cut. So I'm left with a very solid little group. So I don't mind. And what did he gain? 3 points? More than that, because now his group on the bottom is safe, but still not what you call large. Okay. I like this move. He says white has this big old wall, and now white has this stone that I don't know how to deal with. And I've got this group inside that's a real problem for me. Why don't I hit that stone, punish white for not responding? To me, that's not a Q move. I thought this was a great move. I come out, and then this one totally impressed me. This is like a four-down move, right? With my strong A wall, now my B group is out with a home right there, and his C group is behind enemy lines. So if I just start running out, he has nothing. He has no Ys, no nothing, no nothing. So this move, now he's alive inside the scary area. I thought that was great. really, he saw his group and he took responsibility for it and says, I'm going to save that. So he's playing interesting moves, playing strong moves, creative, fearless. Oh, I'd love to see him in a year. If he starts learning, he's going to be a great player. I come in. Here, we have to decide, do we press again? Because if we can, it's good to do it. But let's see. If I do nothing, I think that little error he's getting is near zero. So I'm not concerned about what he's getting. Next, if he ignores and I hane, I can't double hane. I can't cut anything successfully. So I have to play here. I've gained almost nothing, and his wall's better than ever. So now's not the time to push. Well, next, I notice his area 1. Well, his 2 group is alive, literally has 2, not literally, but pretty much 2 eyes. So area 1 is very strong. I'm not going to be wanting to come in there. Oh, well, then let's play the old style Joseki, where I get a bigger, stronger corner, and he gets over-concentrated. He has a live group right next to a live group. It's a real waste of time. So that's why I decided on this Joseki. He saw that and goes, no way. I'm going to play something lighter. Again, a really good move, or at least good thinking. The move itself was a bit funny. Right away, I come in to question everything and push through and come. I mean, it's all right. Now we see the weaknesses. And I did this sequence to make sure his area 1 was quite small and my cut at A is saved. Because if he were to cut and kill something, it's kind of big. So I thought this worked well. This move I thought was good. And maybe I didn't play the right move. I'm thinking if I save, then my liberties have become uncomfortable. What do I do about that? Now, probably save, yeah. So I can just kill, but I just saw the funny shape of mine and thought, why don't I really want to capture that stone anyway. But that actually left me weak here, which he took advantage of immediately. Very nice. So he's seeing my A group and that the A group's not good. He's seeing my B group, which has no eyes, and it's not connected to C. So he's being aggressive. Perfect. He really played some great moves here. I thought I read out a number of sequences and they all worked for white, although just on the edge. Later, he pulls it out and almost saves the stones, which would be painful. So I didn't read it out well enough, apparently. Well, I read it out and felt good, and it turned out to be fine. So maybe that's enough, but it was a little sloppy. He comes down. I can't see why that's interesting. So I jump into his corner. I had planned on playing Ko here. Let's say we play Ko for a while, and he says, no, I'm going to resist. Well, that makes this hard. Also, I had planned on this, but now he's alive anyway, so that doesn't matter. So does that mean I should have played Ko? Well, I don't think I have Ko threats. So I played it this way. I gave him the stone, but let's look at how that works. I gave him the A stone, which is two, let's say 4 points, maybe, no, 4 points, and an eye. Well, 4 points isn't much. And the eye next to when he's already absolutely alive. So he's being over concentrated while I'm getting the large B area. So I thought that was great for me. All right. And he sees, of course, that I say, of course, I mean, he's playing amazing for a, what is he, 7Q? He's playing amazing. Um, so he sees that if he saves the stone, he's very heavy inside White's area. So he plays the forcing move, the probe, so that now he's the one with better shape and more liberties, and maybe he can kill the corner. So it would look like this, and now how do I live in the corner? Right? I'm not living in the corner. It's a big liberty race. That's dangerous. And he sees this. And I'm like, I think you're right. That's going to clean it up. So it turns out I get just a few points in area one, but he gets no points in area one. But on the other hand, he gets area two. So I believe this was all positive for me, but small ways. I don't know. I think it's a little bigger than that for White, but I'm not at all sure about that. So we continue. I want to do something about the top, but he is amazingly strong there. So I thought, let's just ask him the question. What do we do? He's going to tell us what to do. Like, okay, this is a pattern I know. His job is to say Atari and then kill something. I mean, make himself stronger. Goes this way. I don't think I agree. Because I can just capture the stone and I've made a large invasion. That's big. Comes out. Gote. I'm tempted at this point to connect my groups up. But I don't feel weak here. I was a little weak, and later it did come up. I don't feel bad here. So I thought, why don't I go about this thing? This secures the A stone, the A group. Let's look at what that means. Let's say he plays here, for instance. What am I going to do? Let's pretend I keep the eye. Okay, that's a one-eyed group. And what could he do before he even starts this? He can start splitting me. My group on top only has one eye. Let's say I run out and get them safe, and then he starts in on the whole. I mean, there's trouble here. So I thought this move totally helped my A group, which I like. I don't feel it's necessary yet, but I like that. The thing I thought was interesting is I haven't read it all out, but I read some out and I'm going, this is looking good for White. Now, this cut, which is going to happen soon, makes my A stones have shortage of liberties, so he can start running the B stones out. We'll see all that happen. But I'm stretching it a bit here. 45 years ago, there was a international youth tournament in Palo Alto, Ricky's Hyatt House. And kids from all over the world came. There's remember a Norwegian girl, she was like 1Q, and she's 10. I go, okay, that's nice. But then here from Hong Kong and Taiwan, we got some kids that are professional level. They're 9 years old, and they can beat a Pro 8 Dan any day of the week. It's like, oh my God. So there was this one quite young, I'm going to go with 8, but it's hard to tell. Could have been up to 10, but I think we'll just say 9. And with young persons, it can be hard to tell if they're a girl or a boy. Japanese, absolutely beautiful face. I've carved out of ivory, but zero smile. So it's really interesting. And I was 5 down at the time. She was clearly stronger than I was. Me and another 5 down were watching her play, and we're looking at each other and laughing. She was destroying this player. And then a situation came up where the correct move would be to cut and kill the next 60-point group. And she just read the whole thing out and cut and killed the huge group. And he and I were just laughing, going, it's amazing. Now, that's what this move reminded me of, is the cut and now surrounding that big group on the right. Now, I didn't read it out, and mine is slightly questionable, unlike hers. I can still see her face to this day. Okay. He comes in here. I need to make sure he can't save that stone. Coming down, make sure he can't. Now he can cut. I play here. He can't cut me. And I'm about to put him in Atari. And I get Sente. And I do the cut. Okay. Now this is cute, because it looks like white doesn't have a way. But when you get used to Go, it's like there's probably something here. Go's weird sometimes. So Atari, and if black saves, it's perfect for me. Okay. Atari, and he takes, he can't save, because if he saves, I take. So it's just a really cute little Tsuji. And now he sees it, so he fixes, and I get a wonderful position on the outside. His right side group is virtually dead. Surrounding move, which keeps an eye on all the eyes. And then here, there's cutting, or there's the double. I went with the double. Seems like a big surround. I don't see it, but it looks pretty basic. I get out. I get out. Get out. He's about to cut me. I save my cut, making sure he doesn't have an eye there. Okay, how shall we surround? Did it this way? Might be better just do it. Maybe this way is best. Yeah, this is a little, the word vulgar. Back, if we go back 50 years, the Go books would talk about, oh, this is a vulgar move. I don't know if they do that anymore. 50 years ago, not only was Korea not involved in Go, they almost like the game hadn't gotten there. It had, but they weren't known for their Go. Also, China was just beginning to get some reasonable players. And I remember Ni Wei Ping was their first professional 9-dan where they could compete on a world-class level. I was cleaning my shelf yesterday, and I have a little goodie bag of special things. And I have Ni Wei Ping's name tag in there when I was at one of his things. And when it was over, he had taken his name tag off and put it on the table. I snatched that puppy. I still got it. It has his name in English and Chinese. And Ning Weiping's wife he's professional 9 dan, she's professional 8 dan. She played my first teacher in a public, what do you call the public games, demo game, and up on stage, and there's 100 people sitting in a gallery, and my first teacher, he wins, and when it's review time, he didn't have one negative thing to say about my teacher. But when it came to his wife, he's like, "What'd you play here for? What'd you do? That's a terrible move." He was all over her. It was almost embarrassing. So lots going on here. Black's really, now if Black succeeds, I don't really see a problem. I'm still going to be healthy everywhere. But he does have an extremely heavy group, and I just keep surrounding it. And I read all this out, and it's like, yeah, lots of Ataris, but he just can't. He just has 2 liberties, and that's it. Okay, got to be careful here. Some real shortage of liberties. If I play here, Atari, if I take Atari and he captures, once I saw that, now it looks like there's another way I can do it, but I decided let's just do it this way. It's still going to work for me. But during the game, I thought, oh no, it doesn't work. If I say Atari and he says Atari, I can't capture because then he'll kill me. Oh, but no, it's 2 liberties. Got out of that one. Comes out, I just fill. He does this thing. And again, there's some tricks. Atari. Okay, let's avoid that one with this. And now there's another trick. Atari capture. Okay, let's get out of that one. There's all these mines in the minefield. I have to make sure I'm not stepping on one. I knew my shape was thin. Awkward shape. And Black got some real thickness out of that. And was there anything else of interest here? I was interested in the Hane, but he could cut me without this move, and this move was Sente and worth a point. And then it's like, I really don't want a Hane there. It's not big enough. I get this in. So just little end games. Was there anything else of interest? I think that's it. Okay. So I was really glad to see him play interesting and strong moves. The lack of fear, and he's going where he sees stuff. I thought he played great. I mean, I ended up winning by 50 points or so, but that didn't relate to his quality of game. I mean, yeah, he made some big mistakes, but everyone does that. But not everyone plays the good moves he played. I thought that was great. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.